Ginormous Jo's Welcoming Arms, written and read by S C Cunningham. Once upon a time, there was a big white huggable dog called Jo. She lived with two little dogs called Tom and Muttley. They all loved going out for walks, cuddling, sleeping, and eating. They had a quiet, comfortable life until their mum brought home a ginger kitten. He was called Vinnie. Vinnie was very small and very curious. He was always getting up to mischief. He needed someone to look after him. However, Vinnie was different, and the little dogs were wary of him. One day, Jo and Tom were in the garden talking about the new addition to their home. "He's annoying," said Tom, not at all happy with having to share his home and mum with another animal. "He's always following me around and taking my toys. The other day I found my favourite ball in his litter tray and my cuddly toy in the washing machine. I had to wait for ages for the wash cycle to finish to get it back." "Be kind, Tom," said Jo, shaking her head. "Why? He's a nuisance. He keeps walking along the window ledge and knocking over Mummy's ornaments. He knocks over her plant pots and gets mud all over the floor. He eats my food. He scratches me when he tries to play with me. I'm fed up with him," huffed Tom. "He doesn't mean to scratch you. He's getting used to his claws. He wants to play. When someone is new in a home or a school, they are very scared and lonely. Everything is strange to them. You should put yourself in his shoes and think about what it feels like to be different in a new place. You should be the bigger person and be kind to him. Look after him and teach him all you know. Teach him to be safe." "Why me? Why not you?" exclaimed Tom. He'd never looked after anyone else before. He'd only ever looked after himself. It seemed like hard work. Jo took a deep breath to steady herself. "Because he's so small and I am so big, he might get under my feet. I might accidentally squash him. I'll look after him when he's older. I'm looking forward to having lots of fun with him. When he grows up into a big, strong, clever cat, I'll teach him everything I know. But until then, you need to take my place and be his protector." "Oh, why should I do that?" asked Tom, not happy with having the job. "Because that's what families and friends are for. We look after each other." "But he is a tiny ginger cat, and I am a dog. We are very different, and he's not my family." "It doesn't matter what colour, age, or breed he is, or where he's from. Clever animals know that family doesn't just mean having the same parents. Family means looking after everyone that comes into your life, even if they only stay for a short while. And if you are kind to each other, you'll become good friends. It's a nice feeling to be loved." "Oh, but I don't know what cats are like. I don't know how they think. They're very different to dogs. We won't get on." "Well, that's where you're wrong, Tom. If you give it a chance, you might become the greatest friends ever. We're all different from each other. We all have our own special ways. But we are all the same inside. Whatever colour, breed, or place we come from, we all need a warm bed, a roof over our heads, food, drink, cuddles, and love." Tom looked at her. He wasn't convinced. "Besides," said Jo, "a special friend is precious, even when they are different to you." "Why?" asked Tom, tilting his head, trying to work it out. "You get to learn new things from each other, things that you would never have learned on your own. You learn new food tastes, new games to play, new ways of thinking about things, new languages, and new jokes. And you are never lonely." "Oh, that sounds nice," said Tom, smiling back. He was starting to think differently. Jo continued, "No one else in the world has the same mix of personalities in their home. Ours is a special place, a one-off. You should feel pleased." Tom thought for a minute. maybe he could look after a kitten. You could be his bodyguard, said Jo, like his guardian angel. You could make sure he is safe, that he doesn't fall down holes or off furniture, that he eats only the good things and not the bad, that he stays in the house and doesn't run out into the street. Teach him all the simple things in life that he will need to know to grow big, strong and clever. A guardian angel, whispered Tom in awe. He liked the sound of that. It made him feel important. Yes, agreed Jo. And then when Vinnie is older, he can be someone else's angel and protect them. We all look after each other. We work as a team. Did someone look after you, Jo? Asked Tom, not being able to imagine Jo ever being small or ever needing someone else's help. She knew everything. She was so clever. Yes, we all had someone to look after us. That's how we survive. You had Muttley looking after you when you were little, and I looked after Muttley when he was little. Another dog looked after me when I was little. Now it's your turn to be the grown-up. Are you ready? Well, I guess he does make that funny purring sound I like, and he does make me smile with all the funny things he does. Tom started to look at the situation differently. Maybe it wasn't so bad after all. But I don't know everything yet. What if I get it wrong? Just do your best, always be kind, and if you don't know something, ask me or Muttley. We will help. Tom suddenly felt very important. He was going to look after another life. He was not going to think about just me anymore. He was going to think about we. It made him feel proud. Gosh, I feel very grown up, Jo, he said. I feel important. Tom rushed off into the house in search of the little kitten. He stayed at Vinnie's side like a shadow. He put an arm out whenever Vinnie was about to fall over. He shared his toys with him. He told him everything he knew about stuff, and Vinnie was very pleased to have a friend. The two became an inseparable team. Tom had never felt so happy. They went everywhere together. A week later, Jo asked him how his guardian angel work was going. Tom smiled. I never knew that taking care of someone could be so much fun. I'm very proud to have Vinnie as part of my family. I've had so much fun with him, and I've learned a lot. Being different is cool. We teach each other new things. When he is grown up big and strong, he will stand by me and be my friend. Family and friends are special. Thank you, Jo. Looking after someone is the best job ever. Jo was very pleased for Tom. He'd grown in confidence since taking on the angel job. Jo didn't like to tell Tom that it was just as well Vinnie had become his friend. Vinnie was part Maine Coon, which is a breed of cat that grows and grows. After a few years, Vinnie would be very big indeed, 2 or 3 times bigger than Tom. It was lucky for Tom that he would have the biggest, cleverest cat in the street looking out for him. Having friends and family is special. There is no one else in the whole wide world who shares the same team as you. It's something to be treasured. The end. Thank you for listening to the Ginormous series by S C Cunningham.